I remember the day. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Back in my
I
day.
I was in
17
bed.
years ago.
I wasn't even alive. I was in bed.
Hello everyone, Natty here, and welcome back to the ATG Podcast. I'm here with blah 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 with my co-host, Titanium Zombie.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
in.
Welcome back to the ATG Podcast. Sorry for the delay.
It's been a little while since we had our last episode. TZ's been moving around, and it's been a very busy time, but we're finally at least a little more settled down, so we're able to do a podcast, and we got a good one for you today. We have another guest, Mr. Plushy33.
Welcome.
Thank you for
Welcome to the
having me.
podcast. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
A very special. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. I mean, I've made a community
A
post
lot.
kind of talking about some of the reasons. I mean, we made our last episode with Generous, and it was kind of a pre-MCC podcast, right? And after we had been announced, the next episode that would have came out would have been the day before MCC. And I was like, well, instead of doing two pre-MCC podcasts, right, where me and Natty talking about what could be and what could have been, I was like, let's just wait till after and do a post one. That way it's not like we had two episodes where we're talking about beforehand and then we have one that's after, because we that's 3 episodes then anyway. So
Yeah. And
it's-
for
it's a lot.
any context for anyone, we did a application. It was the 4 of us. It was me, TZ, Slater, and Philly, and we both got put in as backups. And on another team that also got in were the Blue Bedrockers, which consisted
Very
of
cool.
Plushy here, Gigi the Puppy, Defect, and Bear. And it was hype time. We'll get into talking about that, because we will be talking about that in this podcast.
Well,
But
it's a big
context of what it
conversation
is.
topic right now,
100%.
obviously, because
It's huge.
of what happened day of.
Yeah.
So but Natty, I mean, I know you brought a game today, so we can just go into that if you want.
We can, yeah. So this is a game. I know that Plushy, you enjoy a whole bunch of the event sphere, whether it be on Bedrock or on Java. So I went ahead and picked out 10 different games from across the event sphere, and we're going to do a blind ranking. I'll give you
Okay.
Oh, we're starting some beef today. We
are starting some beef today. So I'll have it basically. You guys will kind of go amongst yourself and sort of like figure out where you guys want to place it. Plus, you'll get final say because you're the guest here, but you can sway why you put it there. That sort of
It
thing.
can just be his list.
It can just be his list, yeah.
We'll just
want.
yeah.
All right. Then you're not in it. It's easy.
I'll make some comments here and there. Don't worry.
Yeah, make some comments. Yeah. Okay. So the first game we have is from MCC. It's Railroad Rush.
Ooh, okay.
You got to play this game. You got to play this game.
10.
So there's 10 games. Okay.
Yes, there's 10 games.
So one's the best, 10's the worst.
One's the best, 10's the worst, and you got to put it somewhere on the list, and you can't move it.
I mean, it's an MCC game, so right there it has to be top half, right? Because you never know what's going to be.
You never know what's going to come next.
Yeah, but
I think the game is definitely. I think a lot of people don't like it because it's not the most funnest game to watch, but in terms of playing, it's one of those games where it's much different to play it than watch.
Would you say
I personally had a lot of fun.
Did you get a better appreciation of the game after playing it?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think that kind of happens for like all the games, but I think it was a nice game to end off on because it was kind of like, okay, I think we're making it to Dodgebolt, so like it's okay if we do mid in this game. And it was just like a relaxing, calm game. Like compared to some of the other ones, like I'm gonna give it 5 because I think I think it is top half.
I think it's a good spot. Yeah, it's an MCC game. This list is not going to be full of MCC games, so you got to give it at least top half, right?
That is true.
MCC,
what if it's just all MCC games?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to throw any shade. But Yeah, what if there's like a Carter's Championships game on here? You know what I mean? Then,
You never know.
then all of a
yeah,
sudden that's first.
I'm
you
saving
know what I
my
mean?
I'm saving my top spots for that. So
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
So
exactly.
oh, yeah, yeah.
You got to save your
Of course,
top
you
spots.
gotta put it
save your
first.
top
Yeah,
spots,
yeah, yeah. All right. The next one is from WMCT. It is Bean Battle or Bean Battle, whatever it's
Ooh.
called.
oh, that's
You know
it.
the one.
10th,
What'd you just say?
10th.
10th?
10th, straight to the. All right.
Yo, I hope Prime's not watching.
Dang.
Hope Prime's not watching.
So like, for those who don't know, Beam Battle's a game where you're on a beam against one other person. It's a singular line, and you battle, which
And you
I
punch each other
personally
off.
believe, in the nicest way possible, it is the most boring and worst event game I think I've ever seen in the mainstream whatsoever. Which sucks because like every other game in WMCT is like fun in some way,
Yeah.
and then it's just
And then
Beam
Bean
Battle
Battle.
just brings it down so much.
It's like Bridge,
I would like to give a
but, like,
formal
much
apology to
worse.
Prime Strat and Roman.
No, they should give an apology to us for making that game. If you ask
That's
me.
crazy. Yo, our dream of ever getting Prime back on here is gone.
No, yeah, we're never getting back on. All right, the next game is from MCBC. It is Overrun.
I thought he was gonna say Relic Raiders.
Overrun.
I thought he was gonna say Relic.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no, no.
I mean, Overrun. I would say Overrun's a pretty good game. I would say so. Like, it's one of my favorites in MCBC. I would say, but I mean, you can have your own opinions on it.
Okay. Trying to think.
It's basically just Valorant, but you know, it's whatever. It's just,
I definitely might like it more than most
Yep.
round robins I've seen.
it's a cool
Yeah.
concept. I think it's one of MCBC's top half games.
So
I think it's
one of
its best
my,
PvP game. I'll go to say that.
You don't have 5th and you don't have 10th. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6, 7, 8, 9.
one of
Yeah.
my more better games in terms of like statistics. But I mean, I think some of that's because
Is it better than Railroad Rush? though?
Bedrock. I think Overrun. I think with the right people, it's really fun. I really like World PvP. I know some people don't, but it's like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh, eat your heart out, MCC. No, I'm
That's
kidding.
crazy. That's crazy. Good placement though. I think that's where I think.
Yeah,
I think that's where I would put it too.
That's
I would
fair.
agree. I would agree. I didn't play
would
Railroad
agree.
Rush, but I think I would agree with that.
All right, this next one is from BCC.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Sky Battle. We're not talking the MCC version. We're talking BCC Sky Battle. What are we thinking?
I might be a little bit biased because back when I did play it, I would be dropping like 20 kills
That
each
is true.
time.
You got to remember,
So
it
you're
is
like-
it is a game made for Java and it's ported to Bedrock. So does that translate well for you, or do you think?
Also, kind of
Well,
your child to a limited
I
extent.
think and
do you think it's over the Overrun? Yeah.
Every single Sky Warlike game I've played on Bedrock, I've always liked a little bit more than the Java ones because the movement in Bedrock, in my opinion, is just more fun.
The bridging.
Like
Yeah.
I just when I played Java, it's just like it just takes so long to like bridge, and it's just
Around, yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But on Bedrock, I just feel like so like free and
You
like
lied. Yeah.
the fishing rods feel better. Like everything just feels more better to me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
maybe
No,
that
sorry for this game. For me, it goes really far down. Yeah. You keep going. You keep going.
Yeah. This is hard. I have a lot of fun with it when I did play it. I think it definitely has its flaws for sure, but because of the amount of memories I've had in that, and just how much I love Skywars games and Bedrock, I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
A 3.
Wow.
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 Wow. Okay.
I respect it.
fair
I
enough.
respect it.
I respect it. Not what I was expecting, but
I respect the pick.
man, there you go.
I get it though
All right.
for the movement, especially with a lot of those games. Like,
Yeah.
it makes sense, right? Like, and I will say, in any kind of Bedrock Skywars game, like the movement is very clean, and it takes a while to get good at. It takes like I'm not good at it. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. The next one we have is Pandora's Box.
Mm.
It's Voidbound.
Oh,
If you know that game.
okay, this is hard now.
I have no opinion on this.
So Voidbound, essentially, it's basically a game kind of like a parkour-ish. You kind of go through, and you have to keep ahead of the decaying blocks coming behind you. That's the void. You basically have to get in front of it as it chases you down.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Oh no, I regret. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So if I were to join PB right now,
This is your chances to get in PB. It depends on where you place this.
This is a game you haven't played.
Yeah, well,
No.
I
Just from
actually
you.
I think it's the game I want to play the most
Really?
in
Oh,
PB.
So it's high.
I know, yeah. I think the concept of a randomly generated race game is really good.
yeah.
I think that it's probably one of the best race games out there. I think maybe only gets beat by like Ace Race.
Yep.
Wow.
Cause Ace Race. I'm gonna give it number 2.
Wow.
Number 2.
So your
We
top
keep
spots.
going up.
Your top spots are pretty
Dang.
much gone. Just one left.
I need to be a little bit more strict now.
Yeah,
so.
now it's like the best of the best and the worst of the
Yeah.
worst. You're gonna get some good games now, and it's over for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We have From Block Wars, Order Up, which is like Play-Doh.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's Sandwich. From
I
Stigma.
like watching this game. I think I would be really overwhelmed if I played it though. There's like a lot going on.
Yep.
Like I could not lead this game. There's just so much stuff, and even watching it, like I'm overwhelmed. Which is like not the game's fault. Like it is like a pretty complicated. I mean, I don't know. There's just like a lot of ingredients, and I feel like that would probably confuse people. I like it. It's okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm gonna give it, I think, a 9 because I think there's there's gonna be better.
Okay.
There's gonna be better stuff on here.
All right.
Fair pick.
Order Up at 9. All right. Fair enough. All right. Next up is from Minecraft Mayhem. We got Factory Frenzy.
Okay. There's a lot of people saying that's like the best building game, which
Best
I
building
see.
game. I've heard a lot of that. Yeah.
I see why, but for me, I mean, okay, the game concept's cool. I think it works. It's called Building Frenzy, or is it called Factory Frenzy? It's like, wait, how does it work again? It's like you build something and then it gets like passed down, right, to your like team.
Yep.
I think it's cool. I don't know. I personally prefer construction because of its like just super simplicity. I mean, I know it's like kind of boring, but like I like it. And then I just like build mart more because I feel like there's also like a little bit of movement in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Wow.
8. All right.
Okay, so what do you have left?
Right.
What do you have left?
1,
You got
6, 7.
Yep, 1, 6, and 7.
Okay. Let's see what's next.
All right. We have from P1W, baby. We got Wilderness Warfare.
Ooh.
So basically SG.
Yeah.
I have not played this game in a long time.
It's not bad. At least last time I played it.
Is it 2 rounds or 1 round?
It was 2 rounds last time I checked.
Okay. I mean, SG's SG. I think
it's hard to break the format.
There's not really like nothing. There's not much special about it. I'm gonna give it a 7.
7. There you go. All right. So now we have number 1 and number 6.
Okay. What are the last 2?
These are from events that I've already said.
Okay.
We have from MCC, The Sands of Time.
Okay.
Well,
I think
that's got to be.
Sands of Time is just such an intricate game. There's so much that goes into it.
Yep.
I feel like every time I've watched it and it's a team that I want to get into Dodgebolt or something, it's always just very nerve-wracking. And playing it was just such a surreal experience too, because it's just like nothing you've never ever played before.
Yeah.
Like I had some experience with like Relic, but like Even
It's not
then,
the
they're
same.
both
That's
very
close to the
yeah,
Grid
they're both
Runners, yeah.
they're both very
You
different
realize
games.
that Relic's probably the next game, right?
Oh, I know, and I feel like Relic should go. I feel like Relic.
Relic's probably. I mean, it's a
I
blind
have
ranking,
more.
so
I have more fun in the top 5 games than Relic.
ooh,
So I'm gonna put Sands of Time in 1.
ooh.
All right.
And I'm fine with
You just
that.
hurt Natty. You just broke his heart.
See, here's the thing. You thought that I would put up my game.
Uh-oh, he put
Of
Gauntlet in. He
Relic
put Gauntlet in.
Raiders.
He put Gauntlet in.
I put in Gauntlet, MCBC Gauntlet, and that would
Okay.
go in 6.
I think that's a fair spot for it.
I would. Okay.
Would you move it? I think it's a not bad spot
Yeah,
for it.
if I had to move,
Do you want me to say the list or?
no, I have it plotted out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I think Sands of Time Voidbound would stay. I think
Yeah.
I would move Overrun up to 3.
Hmm.
Railroad Rush up to 4. I think Beam Battle still stays in 10.
Of course.
I think I'll put Wilderness Warfare in 9, and then Order Up in 8. And then
And where do you put
Okay,
Sky
so-
Battle?
I would put Gauntlet 7 and then Sky Battle.
All right. Fair enough.
I think
And
it's a fair spot
then-
for it. Yep, I agree.
Yep.
From there, the 5th one would be Factory Frenzy.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not how the blind work.
Yeah,
blind
that's how
ranking
it
works.
works. I mean, I'm happy with it.
No,
I'm
just
I
not-
think
it's not a
you did a
terrible
good
list.
job. I think you did a
It's
good
solid
job.
list.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's just move right on into the main meat and
The
potatoes.
meat and potatoes, as we say.
always say, of this this main episode. So Plushy, I gotta say, I mean, this was a big weekend this past weekend. We're recording this on the Tuesday after MCC.
Yeah, it's
Rising.
been 3 days.
So you've had some time to think about it, right? But it was a big week.
Mm,
You've had
Little bit
some
of time.
time to process it, right?
Nope.
mm,
Okay. Well, either way, it was a big weekend for Minecraft because of MCC Rising. It was a big weekend for Bedrock because your team went in and did what they did in that event. But it was just a big weekend for Minecraft in general. And this is something I wanted to genuinely bring up just because the Minecraft movie trailer and all that came out. So it was a big weekend in general for Minecraft. So we got lots to talk about today. But let's just start with you, and we'll just kind of move on right down. So, Plushy, we always ask this to all of our guests when we bring on YouTubers. Where did the name Plushy33 come from? We're going way back.
Oh, I
We'll
forgot.
get to
Okay.
MCC. We'll get to MCC.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been playing video games since I was like 6.
Mhm.
Like my parents allowed me on Xbox Live at 6, which probably wasn't the best idea.
Yeah. If you're not in
It was
voice
fun.
chats, but
It was no, I was. It was fun.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It was a lot of fun. My old username had 33 in it because 3 is my favorite number. And I just like, okay, well, 2 is better than 1. So then 33. But I saw this guy in my Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare lobby.
Mhm.
And he had Plushy in his name. And I was like, Plushy, like that sounds kind of cool. And I like, I was like, maybe like 7 or 8 at the time. I was like, well, plushies are pretty cool. I have a lot of plushies. Like, maybe I should change my name. So I
Just became
went to the
Plushy33.
Xbox name generator. Yeah, I tried Plushy. It was taken. I think I tried Plushy 1. I think that was taken too. I tried Plushy 3, taken. Plushy 33 was available. So I took it, and that's it. That's how I got
There
it.
you
So
go.
what kind of got you
It's
in?
from Plants vs. Zombies.
What
That's
kind of
crazy.
that's a cool backstory actually. I
That's
gotta
cool.
say. So what kind of got you into Minecraft content and specifically the Hive, which is where you kind of started?
So I've always been kind of like on console or like I
Yep.
guess like versions like console.
Like the 360 Xbox
yeah,
One
I've always
Edition,
just
Legacy
been
Edition, as they call it now.
yeah. I started on the Legacy Edition of Xbox 360.
Yep. All the
I
legends
met
are there.
met a lot of people through there.
Yep.
And what's it called? All my friends, they got Xbox Ones before me. I was kind of like one of the last people in my friend group to get an Xbox One, mostly because I like didn't really want to get one. But when I got one, I tried out Bedrock for the first time. I enjoyed it a decent amount. I definitely preferred the Xbox 360 PvP because I used to play Xbox 360 like UHCs and stuff.
Yep.
I was big into PvP on there. Um, but tried out Bedrock on console. It was fun, but all my friends' favorite server was the Hive, and they kind of introduced me to it. And I was like, oh, this server's it's pretty cool. It's like the one Dan TDM played, but like on Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly my thought when I saw the Hive. It's
Yeah,
like DTDM played that.
I vaguely remember first playing. I know it was Christmas, and I remember the one Treasure Wars map where it was like the snow globes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so the Hive was kind of just always like my favorite server. I just kind of also it's just like the most polished in my opinion. Like
Yep.
it doesn't feel like as like it's just like the most clean.
The
in
only
terms
one I
of, like,
remember,
how it
especially
looks.
like early Bedrock day, like I remember we played a lot of in PvP, which then became
Oh
Minefield.
yeah,
That was kind of like the server before Hive came out, and then Hive came out, and it just like completely took over the player market in terms of
oh
just like
yeah,
players alone. And like there was still some people on Mineplex and stuff like that. I mean that server's gone now, but uh, it just took Bedrock by storm in terms of player base.
yeah. So I guess in terms of getting the Hive content, uh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Was it just like something you were doing? So you're like, hey, maybe just hit record this time.
No, I think I like made this video, the infamous how to get every cape in Minecraft Bedrock when
Yep.
I
Yes, of
was like
course.
12 or something. I was like 13. I was like still like in puberty. I mean, I guess I still am, but I was like still going through it. It was like hitting me hard. My voice was like really squeaky. But I did that.
Mhm.
It like somehow was getting a lot of views. I was like, okay, I want Hive YouTube rank, and they denied me because I wasn't really making a video on that. I was just like playing it while talking about capes.
Yeah.
But after that, I like tried to make some more Bedrock videos. It didn't really work out. Most of them were unlisted. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go to Java now. So there's like a little weird phase in my channel where I went to Java Edition,
Mhm.
did like a 100 days video or two. I didn't really like it. Just at its core, I just like Bedrock more. It's like I like the mechanics, I like the community
Yeah.
more. All my friends are there, and it's just like Java. Like, I mean, obviously, like stuff could change, especially after this weekend. But like at the time, I only really had like one close friend on Java. I mean, I did play like a lot of Java UHC as well. I met a lot of people through there, but in terms of like content creation, and just like friend groups, it was mostly on Bedrock. So after like a little bit on there, I think I spent my like entire year on seventh grade for the most part when it was quarantine, like sixth through seventh grade. I was just making Java content, and
Yeah. Yeah.
then right around when maybe end of seventh grade, I told my friend I was like, I'm not really seeing much success on Java. Kind of just want to go back home. I think I'm gonna try and make a video similar to my Cape videos, but it's about every secret on the Hive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was like, I mean, you could go for it. I just like, I don't like who's gonna watch that. So I was like, all right. So I made the video in like a day. Um, I remember it was like 5 minutes long, but like it was so I had a lot of fun making it because it was like the first time I was actually making a video that like I somewhat liked because I played the Hive with my friends a lot. And like I watched a lot of Hive YouTubers too. Like I watched Evident a lot.
Yep.
I
Yep.
watched Sherwood Piggy a lot when he used to post on
Yep.
YouTube. Arya was a big one. He used to make like the trapping videos.
Yep.
So made the secrets
A lot of
video.
those guys are.
Yeah, I remember posting it at around 5 p.m., which for anyone that like knows YouTube analytics is not the best time to post because like the British people are gonna be asleep. But I posted it at 5 p.m. because I was like, oh, no one posts at 5 a.m. I mean 5 p.m. And I remember like 3 hours later it had like 1K views, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my
Yep.
gosh, like, what's going on? And then overnight it went to like 5K views, which like objectively speaking, that's not a lot of views, which is like
You gotta
I'm
start
just like,
somewhere.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
but
remember
like
who
for
you're
me,
talking
like
to.
yeah, for me it was massive. Like I was actually ecstatic.
Yeah.
I remember I got invited to this Discord server with like a bunch of like big Hive content creators that I like looked up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and they were like, yeah, it just like came into like literally everyone's recommendations last night. And then from there I just kind of wrote off it. Eventually I got YouTube rank when I was in like 8th grade. Yeah, I was in 8th grade. Probably makes me one of the youngest to get it. But yeah, I got it in 8th grade, and yeah, that's the Hive. I don't really in terms of like the Hive now,
I know a lot of
kind of
them have kind of left the server. I know some people have. There's been a lot of people
yeah,
who have been just taking a step back from it all.
yeah.
Changed
It's
a whole lot.
the problem with making content on a server is that your channel is kind of dependent on what they do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to be honest, I think near the latter part of my Hive career, they weren't really keeping up to how they used to be.
Yep.
Which is entirely like not their fault. I know
No,
they're
it's
working on
fine.
like
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
get.
stuff in private. Like the new Skyblock server is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I just also just fell out of love with it.
Which is fine. Which is
I could,
perfectly fine.
yeah, I could not find any secrets anymore as well. So I was
Yep.
just like, I'm not happy making these videos.
Yeah.
They're takes me like one night to make them. Takes no effort. Just feels so. I want to make something that's like actually kind of good. So I've
Yeah.
kind of transitioned into general Minecraft Bedrock, and even though the videos are like half an hour long and they take me like anywhere from like 2 weeks to make to like 4 months to make, they're definitely a lot more fun to make, and I feel way more fulfilled. So that's
And
kind of
yeah, as long and then that's the main thing, right? As long as you're having fun making the videos and
yeah.
they don't feel like a job or something like that, right?
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
the main thing, right? Because it should feel like a want to do, especially with this kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
For sure.
And as you transition out of the Hive, you did, like as you said, you did other videos. Is it true that you're the first person to do 100 days of hardcore on Bedrock Edition?
um, in terms of public, yeah, I
Public,
mean
yeah.
there could be some like person that did it within like 24 hours. Wait, well that's not
That's
even
true.
possible. Like there could be some person that did it within like the first day. But in terms of public, like first public record of it, technically, yeah, and like first person to show proof, yeah.
That's
Um,
really cool.
That is cool.
that
It's a cool
was
thing you can say that like no one else can.
it was a long process. I died to a bug on day 60 on my first attempt or second attempt, and I was like pretty demotivated. But I was just like, to be honest, like I'm gonna just keep going. And then after that, I got the world record run. But yeah, no, it was fun to play. I think hardcore's very interesting on Bedrock.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit scary though with how many bugs there are. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just gonna accidentally lag off a block and die, and
yeah,
that's a real big problem. Or go to the Nether and then just get stuck there for whatever reason,
oh yeah, for sure.
and the blocks and suffocate.
It's
Well,
scary.
we might as well just talk about the main thing. let's just get right to the main thing. I mean, we said meat and potatoes earlier.
Yeah,
So, you know,
the dessert.
So-
No, that doesn't work.
the Blue Bedrockers application. That's obviously, I know you've probably been talking about it a lot over the last couple of days, especially with how your guys' performance did. For anyone who doesn't know, as we kind of talked about earlier, Plushy here applied with 3 other like-minded creators and got into MCC Rising 3, and not only got in, but they played a masterclass performance, getting first with points, and Plushy himself getting first individual in points, going all the way to the final round in the Dodgebolt finale, and then tragically losing to Pink Team. I will say tragically, Pink Team put up a great show. But so what? Let me just start at the beginning though. What was the first initial reaction to getting in, and kind of what was the I don't know, the plan going in? Did you think that you were gonna do nearly as well as you did?
No.
Okay.
So the reaction to getting in, well, I was under the impression that when we got the day before the email, I was like, I don't think we got in because it's way too late.
Yeah.
I feel like we would have been contacted already, but I remember the day. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Back in that day.
I was in
17
bed.
years ago.
I wasn't even alive. I was in bed. And I was trying to go to sleep. Well, it was like 11 a.m., but in the summers, I really have a bad habit of just staying in bed.
Yeah.
And I got a ping from my phone. And I was just like, yeah, it's probably not even important. Someone just like went live or something stupid. But no, it was an email from MCC. And I mean, instantly, I don't know, the emotion you feel is it's crazy. I've only felt that emotion like a couple times, but I was very very shaky.
Yep.
Definitely was crying. Because I mean, MCC was like,
well, that's the top dog right there.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. It's the top dog right there.
Yeah, I've been watching it since I was like 12, and I mean, obviously, like, I never thought I was gonna get into MCC, and I mean, that's like definitely like it was like one of the dream goals on like a bucket list, hypothetical one. So just seeing that email was just like insane. But I called Defect. I then remembered he's at school, and then I called DG. She was also like kind of sleeping, but it was just crazy. And then obviously, like, he joined the Discord and stuff.
Yeah, everyone was freaking out.
I remember, I got that like exact same. Like, I know exactly how you feel because I was when we got our email too. Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't the exact same email. But basically, I remember I was shaking, and it was like right before I was going to bed, which was not ideal because I had to get up early the next day. But that's besides the point. But I would be like, I texted a group chat and was like, "Hey, we got in," and sent the email. Like, Slater was like, "Is this a joke? I don't believe you." I was like, "No, it is. Join the Discord." And that's when we joined the Discord. It was a little bit after you guys because we're the alternates and whatnot. Yep. And it was like we joined in and it was like, okay, well, who's on the roster? And we saw, lo and behold, the Blue Bedrockers, and that was
that
cool
almost made it better for us.
Oh, 100%. Going in because like if it was just us and you guys weren't there and we were just the alternates, it'd be a little bit like a little more tragic. We wouldn't have
we the
like
team
no Bedrock team would have really gone in. And yeah, but like when you were there, it was like, hey, we know these guys. We're able to talk with them and root for them in the event. And yeah. So it was really cool. I was glad that you guys were there and made it in for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely. Oh, sorry, you can go.
No. Go ahead.
It was definitely very comforting that you guys were there, because like, don't get me wrong, like, I love everyone in our Rising cohort.
Yeah, especially after meeting them. Yeah, they're
all awesome.
But like, it definitely felt like, and this like none of their faults by the way, but like it was definitely like we're the odd ones out because like all of them have something in common. They all play Java.
Yeah.
They
all create content on Java. They all have Java friends most likely.
Some of them know members of the event.
Yeah, we don't.
Main event. Yeah, we were all kind of a little bit on the outside. Yeah. At least I got that sense. Yeah.
It was basically us. It was almost just like transferring to like a new school that literally like it's in like a completely different state. Like that was kind of the feeling, which they definitely, like obviously like, we got accustomed to it, but seeing you guys there, it was
they were all very welcoming too. They were all very, very welcoming.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely
couldn't tell anyone at first.
Yeah, we couldn't.
So I mean, let's jump like kind of post event. We can obviously go back and talk about every single game, but we'll be here for 7 hours doing that. So, I mean, like I mean, what was the biggest highlight performance for you, and what is it like? Because I know we kind of sort of touch on this because you are quite young for being in the MCC roster, especially comparing to a lot of the other people in the event. So what's that like after getting first individual and just completely destroying the roster, for lack of a better term? What's that like? Like, what's that like?
I didn't expect it. I thought I was gonna be personally happy with like a 10th individual at most. Like,
meanwhile, your whole team got top 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, let me get like 10th, and then my team just doesn't get last, and I'll be happy because I mean MCC is just that fun.
Yeah.
So they're like, really, if you do bad, it's just okay. It was fun. At least I had fun with my friends.
Yeah.
And I did not expect to get first indiv or our team to get first. Especially because there's definitely people in there that are like pretty experienced with Java. But I think just watching MCC, like every single one, definitely helped. I don't know. It feels weird. Cause like very few people have gotten like there's more people that have won than gotten like first indiv.
Yeah.
And like I would even argue
you're
like
part of a very small group.
Yeah, like that's more of a like an accomplishment, and it's very surreal because like that was basically like the dream,
Yeah.
getting first individual, and it feels very weird. I don't know. I think the event just went very perfect for us. I think the games were all just pretty good for us.
I think you guys had a great game order. I mean,
yeah,
there was a lot of highlights for your whole team, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you did I mean, your team did great, and even like some of the first games, like but to get to the side and oh my god, what was a meltdown? I was trying to think of the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of highlights. You got a lot of highlights throughout the entire event, I would say.
Yeah.
If you had a favorite moment, like a favorite game or favorite moment from it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's
what would that
hard.
be?
I mean, honestly, the entire event was a favorite moment.
So
but
for you though, what if you like, someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, what was your favorite part about MCC Rising 3?" What do you answer with?
That's literally what I just asked.
The people.
Exactly.
The people. Honestly, yeah.
Fair answer.
I agree with that 100%. Getting to know all these people.
Then I guess if I had to pick like one game, I think winning Ace Race was really cool.
Yeah.
That's a dream. Come
you
true.
You had a pretty good lead too for most of it. I mean, Abolish almost caught you. He was really he was close.
Taking the shortcuts.
He was really cutting down time. He almost had you too. But
I was trolling a little bit. But it's okay.
You're just reading chat and doing whatever during the event. It was pretty epic.
I saw a thing on the Reddit afterward. It was like, this plushie guy's insane, dude. He's reading chat, casually destroying the lobby in Ace Race, and I was just dying of laughter reading this.
Yeah,
this Reddit.
There's people saying like I didn't do that because I was like, oh, I know. Honestly, I did that because like that's just genuinely like what calmed me down a bit.
Takes off the nerves.
Takes the nerves off.
I was like, people are like, how are you so calm? I was not calm. I was shaking like the entire 100%. Event.
I think the game I started to notice that you were really, really nervous. Well, I mean, I think your whole team. I think everybody was really nervous. But the game I really noticed it was in Dodgebolt, because I've seen you play Dodgebolt off, like not on the event a lot, and I was like, yeah, I could tell. Plus, she was really nervous there, but I could tell you were nervous anyway. I wasn't listening to your stream. I was we were flying around, so I probably would have been able to tell if I was listening more. But
the nerves in that arena are.
I can only imagine.
Nerves I've never felt before in my entire life, and I think by the end of round 1, I kind of just wanted it to be over because it was just it was way too much.
Especially after that 1v4 that happened.
It was a tough first round. I was
just like, well, no, it's not even. I mean, honestly, after that, I was like, okay, yeah, they deserve to win. But I was just like, it was just way too much for me. I was it was so much.
Yeah.
Like genuinely like panic.
Yeah.
It was scary.
But it was just cool to even just to be there.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was insane. But honestly, I'm obviously like what I wanted to win. I mean, yeah, but
I mean, of course. I mean, only one team wins though. You can never go in with that
yeah,
expectation and things
yeah,
like this.
yeah. I was kind of glad. A part of me was kind of glad we didn't win.
Mhm.
Mostly because I think the Lifesteal team did such an amazing job this
Yep.
entire process.
They had a fantastic application.
And I definitely thought like I don't know. I think their team just like it just made sense.
Yep.
In my mind, it made more sense than us. And also like the amount of support I got from just getting first
Mhm.
has been way too much for me to handle.
I mean, you had close to
So-
what in the peak? Was it like close to 600 viewers throughout the tournament?
Mhm.
Was that is
Something
that
like
was
that.
that like your highest ever stream?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I assume so. So that's a lot of pressure anyway. I know I was talking with Avery, part of the MCBC community, and we were talking about it afterward, and they were saying like as your individual points went up, your viewer count went up too. And like, were you looking at that at all? Like, were you watching your viewer count at all? Because like, I know with me, like if I was playing it, I would have told my entire team like, turn off your viewer counts, do not look at it, because it's only gonna stress
a
you out.
little
But, like,
bit. I mean, like I think it wasn't really the viewer count that made me so nervous. Like I think afterwards, the support was what made me like,
yeah.
oh my god, what the hell is going on?
Everyone on Twitter and whatnot saying
Yeah,
all those things. Yeah, and the Reddit.
I still haven't like recovered from it. Like
Which is
I've been
fine.
like very like I don't know, and it's just like it's so like overwhelming in like a good way, but like also
Yeah.
like there's definitely like a lot of stress to where it's like okay, like what do I need to what do I do now? Because I feel like I don't know, I feel bad saying this, but like the pink team like they're already established creators, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like out of everyone in like the Rising group, I feel like there's a lot of eyes on me right now,
Mhm.
and it's
You kind
very
of have to feel like you have to capitalize on it.
it's a lot. I've been feeling I don't think this is TMI. I've been feeling very pukey ever since it ended.
Yeah.
Even
Well-
like still like today.
Well, I think the main thing is you just take your time, right? And you got to just process it in your own way.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for anybody in terms of it, like getting that place on the stage, and you just take it your own speed. I think that's the whole thing. I mean, the people
Yeah.
who love your content and who love the way you're gonna make your videos or streams or whatever, they're gonna stick around for you, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Just
I
keep
mean,
being
that's
great.
like
Is what I'm
another
saying.
thing.
Just
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's like another thing too, because it's like, okay, how do I split up Java and Bedrock evenly? What do I need to
Yeah.
do now? It's just there's a lot to think
It's like
about.
the end of Finding Nemo. You know, they get out of the tank, and it's like now what?
What now?
Yeah.
Now what? It's like
I know. It's
now that
it's
MCC's
just,
over, what do we do? Like,
yeah, it's been a lot,
Yeah.
and I'm very grateful for oh my gosh.
I think the cool thing about the whole experience, especially for you guys, and the good thing about it, and the reason I think they do it this way, is it's not like you're alone, right? You have your teammates.
Yeah.
They all are going through the same thing. But not only that, you have the entire roster, right? They are all going through the exact same thing in terms of, like, they have tons of eyes on them now. They just went through this wild experience, right? So they're great people to talk to because they're probably feeling the exact same emotions.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I'm very thankful for everyone I've been able to meet.
Yep.
Even like outside of Rising, I've been able to meet so many Java people.
Yeah.
And the stuff I've already been invited to, I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
Excited to see the future of what you do.
Thank
I
you.
can
Yeah,
only.
well,
There's gonna be
you
tons
can
of stuff
go.
in the future. I'm imagining.
Oh, yeah, hype.
And hopefully more MCBC appearances.
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. I think there's been some people asking me. They're like,
Now what?
So like there's some people messaging me. They're like, they're almost like it's like goodbye messages, and it's like
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not going anywhere.
Thinking
Like,
you're gonna big time them or something.
It's like
I
now that
wanna,
you're
like-
at MCB, are you gonna leave us all behind now? It's like
yeah, I still want to play in Bedrock events.
Yeah.
Obviously, I still want to make Bedrock content because that's just my home.
yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna look into Java stuff.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
the thing is, I've always kind of said this. I kind of hope that eventually it gets to a point where Bedrock and Java, it's not like, oh, I'm a Bedrock YouTuber, oh, I'm a Java. It's just, oh, I'm a Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like
and
there
that's
should be a middle
yeah.
ground where you
Yeah,
can do
There's-
both, and people are willing to cross over. I think that
There's
should be
a-
the thing.
Stigma around Bedrock Edition and Java Edition that like Java is the better edition is kind of the general statement, and that Bedrock is kind of like lesser than and has like it's not as smart.
Like the
It's a
annoying
lot
younger
worse.
brother, yeah.
Yeah. Where
Which is probably why I play Bedrock, because
but I think you're
I am.
like you're showing a lot of awareness that that's not what Bedrock is. Bedrock is just
Yeah.
as much Minecraft as Java
yeah,
Edition.
we are Minecraft YouTubers, not Bedrock and Java YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
but
completely
you
agree.
and if people think that like, oh, now that he's played on MCC, he's gonna be upgrading and leaving Bedrock behind because it's a lesser version. But it's like that's not what it is.
There's good qualities for both. It's good and bad
Yeah.
qualities for both.
Yeah. My goal, or one of my goals going into Rising was I want to kind of bridge the gap, even though I'm like one singular person.
Mhm.
Because I think when, like, for example, I think when a Bedrock creator asks to join an event, I don't think they should be denied because they make Bedrock content.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's stupid how, okay, PvP and building YouTubers could be in the same event, but when it's Bedrock person, nope. And it's
Yeah.
just, we all play Minecraft. Sure, it
what's the
looks a little
problem?
bit different. May feel a
If
little
it's a
bit different.
Java
but-
event and you're bringing a Bedrock YouTuber in, you actually have a chance of just like beating them because like the PvP
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
all that and the movement is so different. They're
Yeah,
gonna
we
try
suck.
Yeah, like we is a crazy statement, but
Yeah.
we just
I saw your MCC
we
plushie.
just
all
went
right?
off about 10 minutes about how you got first individual, so you
I'm
can't say
not-
we.
No,
you can't,
no. I really trust me. If I was put in like a regular comp Java event, I will fall so much. I promise you, it will.
I mean, let me just.
I
I
ask-
think
am
you're
not that
solid though. But yeah.
I wanted to ask this, and because we were. This was probably like the only aspect that I kind of wish we got a little bit more of, but obviously we're an alternate team, so would have made zero sense if we did. But what was it like, and what kind of things did your coach kind of go through with you guys? Because that was kind of behind the scenes, right? I know there was
Fruitberries.
the
Yeah.
stream, Fruitberries, your
Yeah.
coach. What was the pep talks and stuff like that went on beforehand? If you're willing to share it, if not, then
yeah. Kind of just like have fun, go with
Yeah.
the flow. Fruit's a very chill guy. And I mean that was mostly it. I mean
Yeah.
he obviously like he gave us tips for like every game, but just for like the most
what
part.
was like the
in
biggest
terms
one
of
that you
mental.
remembered in the middle of the tournament? Was it just like they had like be chill, have fun sort of thing?
Well, I didn't remember that in Dodgebolt,
Yeah,
but
well,
uh,
that's fair.
I think.
Could tell.
Let me think.
What was like the one
gosh.
you were like, oh yeah, no, coach told us that we gotta do that.
I think. I don't know. I mean.
Did
I
you
think
share
he-
any
he-
good
he-
information?
Well, he mostly taught us how to play Java. I think
Okay.
that's where he shined. So pretty much my entire individual performance can be
Wow,
credited by Fruitberries.
All right. Did the bridging
because,
have
yeah.
anything to do with fruit too? Because I saw it to get to the side, and I'm just saying.
Um,
I'm just saying. I know he's kind of the goat when it comes to bridging.
he helped us more with like parkour. I already knew how to kind of do that
Okay.
stuff, but
Yeah.
Fruit was a
See-
very great coach.
You are already like great. I mean, you've been great in like you've gotten first in MCBCs a whole bunch, and it's not the exact same, but like
I mean, it's just other
being
events, not
being
just-
good is being good. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, of course.
And so like going into it, even though Fruitberries helped you a whole bunch, there was a lot of that was you as well.
And there's got to be something too. You get your first individual, and your first MCC, you get your first individual and your first MCBC. Maybe it's just you need another run at MCC and then you get the win.
Yeah.
I
Losing
don't
a
know.
non-canon.
Losing a non. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I've seen this before.
I don't know. I mean,
It is pretty wild though. You can say you
yeah.
got first individual and
Yeah,
MCC.
I
That is
think
just wild
that's
to me.
like that is like wait, like that's just something that like I don't think I'll ever be able to
Process.
kind of yeah. I don't know. It's so cool. I think in my personal opinion, I think that was probably is gonna be my only MCC ever. Uh, I think really the only way people come back is like if you're rising, if they're like kind of demanded a lot or like they're friends with the roster, which I mean obviously like that could change, but I don't know. I mean, if I play again, I play a game.
Keep the door open.
I don't.
Yeah, keep the
I
door
mean,
open.
yeah, I have the door open. Like obviously, like I will play. I'll play
Yeah.
again. I don't think it's gonna happen, and if it does, it's not gonna happen for a very, 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 very long time. Which is like perfectly fine. I'm like, if this is my only MCC ever, I'm more than okay with it.
It's not a bad one at
It's
all.
not
No,
like-
you did incredible.
I pretty
You
much
did
I got
a lot of things you
everything.
wanted to do.
I got more than everything I ever wanted from it.
Yeah.
So like, I'm good off it.
Quite an experience for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you had any, so here's a question. Next time they do a Rising, assuming they do another Rising, like a Rising 4, do you have any advice for those people?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
Having just
People are going to be
through it?
coming back to a year from now, by the way, and going to be rewatching this podcast to see what Plushy33 first individual of MCC Rising 3 said.
Hi, people from the future.
I don't know where I'm gonna be in a year. That's scary. I'm gonna be a senior. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would say this is very hypocritical. Just try to live in the moment.
It's fine though, because that's something you learn.
It will feel like at first it'll feel like the longest 2 weeks of your life, but after it'll feel like the fastest 2 weeks of your life.
Yeah.
Super
I know
quick, yeah.
I was in a call with a bunch of the roster afterward, and a lot of them were saying that. They were all saying like, it's crazy how long it felt during, and then now that it was like the day after, and they're like, I can't believe it's already over. Like it feels like it hasn't happened yet, and I was like, yeah, that's a fair feeling to have.
We are all staying in contact though with each other.
Yeah, it's
the Rising 3 gang, and I think we're also contacting with the Rising 2 people to do stuff, which is cool. We're like
they're keeping this like little community alive, which
which is amazing. The fact that like they bring together the Noxcrew. Thank you, Noxcrew, for bringing together this whole community out of people that like we would never have met these people. At least not all of them, if not for Rising. Anyway. Especially not. But now it's like it's a tight knit community. That's just really cool. Met so many crazy people. I mean, as you said earlier, like that's one of the best parts of the event was just meeting all these people and getting to know them and hanging out and all of those sort of connections. But yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, sure.
I was just gonna say, and I know we kind of talked about this off camera, but it's just I think getting into the event, even as an alternate, just kind of really made me kind of understand just like how much heart and how much passion and just how humble the Noxcrew are, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's hard to see that from the outside, right? You watch the event, you're like, oh yeah, they host the event, but it's like this MCC Rising is their way of giving back to the community, right? That is ultimately what it's for, because it doesn't really help them numbers wise at the end of the day. And they're open about that. It's like, this is really just to help give back to the community and bring people together, which is something they don't need to do. And I'm really glad they do. I wish more people who have those kind of platforms would do that, because it's such a great thing. So props to the Noxcrew. Sure. I don't know if any of you guys are here or watching. Probably not. But if you are, props to you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing.
The goats.
Yeah,
and also, thanks for wearing my my Infinity Gauntlet during the event. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. We're not going to talk about that.
No.
I don't know how the hell that happened. I was in the lobby. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was like
it just
We just
it
started
slowly
DMing
started
them. We just
expanding.
started DMing them. Here's a skin. Wear this, and they all started logging
Like
out, putting it
suit
on.
up.
We were like, dude, how is this happening right now? It's crazy.
it's so funny.
Basically, they were just on our team essentially. It's
Yeah.
like
Basically.
if one of you guys' team subbed out, needed a
We
sub,
were in. No,
who they gonna
no.
pick? Pick the guys who get in the suit. You know what I mean?
We went through all the steps to make this skin for them.
At least they could do it.
Actually, they
put
could have
us
been like,
in.
yeah, well, thanks for the skin. We're not going to sub you in now. That would have been funny, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad that no one got subbed in. To be fair.
That's
it would have been such a bummer. But
especially because we have hosted events before, and I was saying this to Slater before. I'm not allowed to say his name on here, but we were talking about after, and I was like, especially because we do host these sort of things, we know how much it is kind of a pain in the ass when somebody has to drop out mid-event. So for a whole team to have to drop out and to sub in, like it would have really sucked and really brought the vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad it didn't happen.
It would have been funny if we subbed in for Pink and went into Dodgebolt and took you guys down. Like TZ.
It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened, but it would have been really funny.
That would have been pretty funny.
No.
We were really just rehashing the past here. The only thing would have been better if this was in Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I think that kind of mostly covers everything. I mean, Natty, do you have anything you want to add? I don't know.
Not in particular. Plushy, is there anything that you want to talk about? Anything that I haven't touched on?
I don't know. Whatever you
Can I
guys,
ask one question? Can I ask one question?
Sure.
What during this interview were you playing MCC Rising or MCCI?
Yeah.
I could hear the little chords in the background.
I didn't want to derail the conversation, but I was like midway through. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's playing Parkour Warrior right now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I just need some.
I respect it. I respect it. I respect
No.
Stimulate my little mind.
No,
you're good.
I was just like, there's no way, dude.
I'm
always on that grind.
We gotta have like Family Guy in the corner of the podcast for people to watch.
The videos of
maybe
people,
some Subway Surfers,
the people like doing like the DIY things at home, like how to clean your shoes, and they get like the slime.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we'll get all of that on. Anyway.
So okay, well, but before we wrap, we're coming into about an hour here. So is there anything you want to like plug before the end of the
shout out?
podcast?
Yeah.
This is the time to do it. Like right now.
You can
anytime right now.
Subscribe to my channel.
All right.
Could follow my Twitch, and you could follow my Twitter.
Throw Plushy's YouTube and Twitch down in the description. You guys can go check him out. He's an awesome streamer and content creator.
Other stuff that we're working on together. Won't get into it now, but
it'll be announced.
Information down below.
Well, wait. It might be announced by.
It might actually be announced by now,
but I'm not sure.
Just based on our current.
If we should talk about it, because that's, I don't know. Should we talk about it? I don't know.
I don't know. Do we want to talk? Plushy, what do you think?
I'm down if you guys are down.
All right, sure. Why not?
Okay,
you know what?
Fine,
why not?
Fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Plushy came to us, the MCBC guys, and was wanting to do an event. He actually came to us like 2-3 days ago or something, very like after MCC, and we're gonna do a MCBC but with Java players, and yeah, he's organized. He's getting everyone together for it, to kind of like
bridge the communities.
Bridge the communities.
We're bringing it back. We're bringing the storylines back now, as you can see. It's like like it's scripted.
Flips the script. Rather than Bedrock players going to Java, it's the Java players actually finally playing on Bedrock, which they never do.
Dragging you down into our location.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what do you have to say about it, Plush?
Well, I've had the idea since I got into Rising. I was, because like at first you guys like weren't in Discord because you were sub team. I was like, okay, after like once we get announced, I'm gonna message Slater if we could do this. But then you guys got in, so which is good. Because I had the idea. I was like, okay, I think this is like a good thing to do because I think MCBC deserves more eyes, and I think now that there's more eyes on me and my whole team and like where we came from, I think helping MCBC grow would be cool. I've met a lot of people recently, and I think having Java people play on Bedrock would just be just a really interesting concept and idea that I think just should happen. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be lots of fun. I think the teams will be quite interesting. It's gonna be pretty weird seeing some of the most recognizable Java people. Maybe I don't know who's
We
in
don't
the
know.
roster yet.
It's
But
early days. We're still
yeah, it's
figuring it
early
out.
days.
We'll
But
have figured it out by the time the
it's
podcast
gonna
comes out,
yeah,
though.
it's
So.
Coming out on the
it's gonna be
20th,
it's
so
gonna
it's 10
feel
days
very
from now.
weird. Yeah, it's gonna be very weird seeing some of Java people in there. But I think it's gonna be really fun, and I'm very excited for the event and also the future of MCVC.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, that Java event is going to be on the 13th of October at 2 p.m. EDT, I believe. And then a week before, we're having a different season, MCBC season 22, with our Bedrock roster. So you guys can check all of that sort of stuff out if you're interested. If plans change, we'll just edit this out. But if you're hearing it, then it's correct.
All right.
Let's
We can jump back here just in case, just for the sake of the edit in case. Who knows what will happen? But all right. Well, I think that really covers everything.
Did we miss something?
I don't. Oh wait. Yeah, we did miss something.
Oh man, what was it again? I forgot.
We forgot to bring Slater on.
Oh
we
man,
were gonna have him come on and talk about that whole
because
thing.
He was in the event, MCBC, and well,
he's really the guy who
time.
knows MCC too. I can already hear his comment below. He's gonna be like, "You guys are talking about all these other events, and you don't even watch any of them." Like I can already hear.
You kind of sound like him.
I know that's what I'm talking about. So.
It was a perfect impression right there.
I mean, sorry to Slater for we ran out of time. Is what I'm gonna say. We'll get you next time. We'll get you in the next episode.
Next time.
And we'll see you guys. We see you guys later. I mean, thanks for coming on, Plushy. It's a ton of fun.
Thanks for coming on. Everyone, check out links down below to Plushys Channel. Watch his MCC POV if you haven't, and check out Java Jam. It'll be epic. That's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you guys for coming out to this episode of the ATG Podcast. We'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks, and peace out.
Bye.